Hello. We're going to go ahead and go over Oregon's schedule. I know I haven't done these predictions in quite a while, so I thought I'd get back into it. So today I'm going to go over Oregon's schedule and tell you what I think. First game coming into is Boise State at home. Boise State is a good power, what, group of five teams, so I mean, group of six at this point. But anyways, they're always good. They're always a challenge. They almost beat Oregon, if you remember right, a couple of years ago when they played in Eugene. But that was whenever they had Genty on the team. But I don't think Boise State has the firepower to keep up with Oregon this time, unless they have a superstar on the team that's just waiting in the wing. I don't see it. I think Oregon wins this game very easily. Oregon's going to be very good this year. Probably they're going to be in the top five more than likely. Next game is away at Oklahoma State. Last year's game was a complete blowout. This was a just lopsided affair all the way. I mean, I think Oregon called off the Dogs finally in midway through the third quarter. I mean, it was just absolutely atrocious. Oklahoma State was one of the worst teams last year. I mean, they were really bad. I think this is going to be a much more competitive game this year in Stillwater. Oklahoma State has a new coaching staff after so many years with Mike Gundy. I think he had all those they had all those transfers coming over from North Texas, the quarterback, the coaching staff, the head coach, just a whole new philosophy. I think Oklahoma State makes it competitive for maybe two quarters, but I do think Oregon pulls away in the second half, and they do win this game, probably by a couple of scores, but don't be surprised if this is close at halftime. Next game is not worth going over. Portland State, they'll roll in this game, so no point in going over that. The next one after that is away at USC. This is going to be a tricky game. I think USC is going to be pretty good this year. Of course, they're going to have a lot of firepower. The big question mark, of course, is if Lincoln Riley can finally put a sustainable defense on the field that can stop teams, on that side of the ball. It's just the same song and dance with them all the time. I think Oregon wins this game as well away. I think it is close, but again, I think Oregon just pulls away at some point and they win the game just because USC's defense won't be able to stop them. After that, you get a bye week, so that's a pretty early bye week right there, but it is after a tough game at USC. The next one after that is home against UCLA. UCLA, I just don't think they're going to be that great. They're probably going to be a bottom tier Big Ten team this year again. Nico or whoever is the quarterback there, I'm pretty sure it's Nico still. He's not good. He wasn't good at Tennessee, and it's shown at UCLA as well. So I think Oregon rolls in this. Next game is at home against Nebraska. Nebraska can never beat ranked teams. So until they actually prove that they can do that, I'm going with Oregon in this, and they might blow them out, honestly, because it's in Eugene. Next one after that is at Illinois. Illinois was pretty good a couple of years ago. They had a really good defense in the Big Ten, and they won, 9-10 games under Brett Bielema. They weren't that great last year. They're more mid-tier, but, they can still come into this with a pretty physical running game. And with Brett Bielema, that's what he likes to do. He likes to play good defense, strong running game, and go off play action. I think that they might be able to keep it a little bit closer a little bit, but I think Oregon, again, they'll just pull away probably in the second half. Next game is home against Northwestern. Northwestern is not going to be able to keep up with Oregon. They don't have the talent. That is a huge talent gap right there. Excuse me. Northwestern's not going to be able, like I said, they're not going to be able to keep up, so this will probably be a blowout. Next one after that is at Ohio State. Ohio State is, once again loaded. They're one of the top teams in the country. They bring back Matt Patricia as defensive coordinator, and then they've got the best wide receiver in the country on their team, so they got Julian Sayin back at quarterback. Oregon usually struggles against physical teams, and I think Ohio State's defense is going to be physical enough. I think this is a very close game, but I think Ohio State knocks off Oregon and gives them their first loss of the season. at the Horseshoe. The one after that is home. They go home back to Eugene against Michigan. I'm not a believer in Michigan this year or Bryce Underwood. I think he's a terrible quarterback, and he's probably one of the worst Power 5 quarterbacks, Power 4, whatever we're at now, quarterbacks playing right now. I don't think he's good at all. He's just a runner, and that's it. He's not a good passer. He didn't look good in the spring game, so I've got Oregon in this all the way. I know Michigan is going to be pretty physical, but I just don't think Michigan has the offense to keep up with Oregon, so I think Oregon wins. Next one after this is at Michigan State. Michigan State's not going to be that. Well, they might be like mid-tier this year, but they're not going to have the talent to keep up with Oregon. I think Oregon wins this game easily, even though it's at East Lansing. Then their last game is home against Washington. Washington is going to be an interesting team this year again. What they won like 8 or 9 games last year under Jedd Fisch. They're going to have a good offense. Defense might be a little bit of a question mark. We'll see. But I think that this might this has a possibility of turning into a shootout. But again, I just think Oregon is going to be too much in this one. I know Washington is their bitter rival, but I think Oregon's just too good. I think they win, and I think they go 11-1 on the season. Only loss I have them losing to is at Ohio State. Just because I was going to pick out a loss somewhere. I don't like picking teams to go undefeated. There might be like 1 or 2 I picked this year just because they have such a favorable schedule, but I don't think Oregon's going to go undefeated, but I think they lose at Ohio State. So that's what I've got. I've got Oregon going 11-1. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.